This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday, and we are here to get after it, my friends. And I have a lot of breaking news for you, including the fact that the SEC has appealed the Ripple decision. Is this bullish? Is this bearish? We're going to break it all down and what it means. If you're ready for the news, the zest, the education, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends, so that way people can feel the love. Let's freaking get it. Oh my gosh. Guys, please smash the likes. Share this out. Let's go. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and subscribery, guys. 5 more is the goal. 17,260 is the goal. 5 more away. So let's make sure we can Also, my friends, as I'm saying good morning to you, say good morning to me, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, which includes Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head over to the one and only Gemini. Trade $100 in crypto, get 15 bucks in Bitcoin. Boom. My hair is humongous today, guys. My hair is humongous. She is out of control. She is unhinged. I cannot control it, guys. Just a heads up. Frizzball. Very humid. Crypto Farmer, good morning. Good morning. Who else we got? We got Mike Volmer, All Set, Black Cat, Alexandra, my G. She's the best. She's the best. She's a super mod. Right, M2, Squeaky McGee says, good morning, everyone. Is that how I say it? Is that how it would look typed out? That's funny. Ben Spada, good morning, my friend. David Bowles with the little sunflower emoji. That's so cute. Let's see, who else? Golden, with Golden squared in the chat, raining 50 memberships before this thing even started. Oh, Golden squared at Oktoberfest. Shout out to you. Hope you're enjoying Oktoberfest. I don't know how long that thing lasts, but I hope you're staying hydrated, okay? Drink some freaking water, Golden. If you don't drink water, then Sean is going to come in the chat and get mad at you. All right, let's see. We got Casper. Hello, good morning, my friend. Wow, so many membershiperies. This is so amazing. Wow. I love seeing this. I love seeing membershiperies. Everyone gets involved, right, Mike Volmer? Also, who else? We have Sola Hefe. Nice to see you. We have Crypto Farmer that's chilling. Joe Harvey, good morning. He's mining his heart away right now. Right Tube and Jar, Andy S, Ruby, Habibi is on X2. We have Poe Man. Nice to see you. Bell Miner, good morning. Maureen. Hi, Maureen. I just feel like raining love on Maureen today. Right, Wick, and I hope Wifey's in here too. Good morning. Double O, good morning. Alp, good morning. Crypto Surfer, good morning. Who else we got? Bitnuendo, buenos dias, my friend. I was just talking to you. Auto, cough, legendary, good morning. Rocky B, what's up? We have Canvas over there on X, welcome. Anthony Paldino, welcome, good morning. All right. Medley, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Do it again. I don't have gifts enabled. Yes, definitely enable your gifts and make sure you press the allow gifts button. And oh, who we have in the chat today on the X.com? It's Gemini. It's Gemini. Gemini, good morning. Good morning. Gemini. So wonderful. So wonderful. Our partners are very involved in the show. Gemini's always in the chat. We have Crypto Face Market Cipher always in the chat. We just, and even the Cake Wallet team was just in the chat yesterday. Shout out to all my sponsors of the show. Again, trade $100 in crypto, get $15 in Bitcoin on Gemini. You have to admit, their tweets are fire. Their tweets are fire. Right, Jimmy? Right, Nilo on X. Regilio's here. Bobby Flash. Hi, everyone. Oh, David G is here, too. Oh, darn. It's just a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Guys, listen to Piano Matty B.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
All right, guys, we we are getting after it this morning. Again, please make sure to smash the like, subscribe, share it out as we take a look at the market recap, which people may view as quite negative today. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, October is here. Guys, hold your horses. Yeehaw, rein that thing in for a moment, because when they say something's going to happen, it typically goes the opposite way, and we should know that in crypto by now. We should know that. But that doesn't mean October is over, my friends. It's just beginning. And, of course, it's going to be slow the first couple days. That's what people were thinking. We're just going to moon just because the day switched. It's a new month. That's not how crypto works, especially Bitcoin. So take a breath, keep calm, huddle on as we take a look at some price action. We do have $60,000 today, just a smidge over that $60,000, $26, down 0.97%. Again, the golden zone, our legendary golden zone, begins at 60K, and you're bullishly aiming to pass the 200-day SMA and look at 64K. Critical level, critical level. If we fall below the 60K and the momentum keeps slipping, as we're looking at right now, a market cipher, you're looking at possibly 56K as your bearish scenario. I'm only giving you levels on the charts. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you nothing. Just look. Just look at the bullish. Look at the bearish. Be prepared. As we do have the momentum that is slipping below that zero line, though the VWAP is picking up, which is typically a bullish sign. Although our money flow is quite flat, the RSI is plunging into the depths of the bearish end of things. Now, could this just be a nice humble retrace before picking back up again? It would be nice, especially because with this downturn of the RSI, again, we're still hovering around 60K, which I view as bullish. And if you look at the macro scene here, we've been in the same range since February of this year. The range starts at 52K. The top of the range is around 71.5. That's what we're going to look at. We're still within range. So despite all of this FUD, despite all the panic that is out there, do not fret, my friends. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Wow, so it was 30 degrees in Washington. Oof, I can't even imagine that. I'd be shivering timbers. Guys, we're going to look at Ethereum. It's Ethereum. $2,336 today, down 1%. Boy, oh boy, guys, you see that our support and the selling pressure is real at this level of $2,360, $2,370. Bearish level to watch is $2,100. Bullish is, again, $2,770. Something about that makes my heart feel very warm and fluffy. Momentum is slipping below that zero line quite sharply as the VWAP, again, is trying to make a little bit of a rise, but still deep in the bearish trenches, along with that money flow that is flat and red at the moment, though it is near that zero line. We have the RSI that is telling us we're in a bearish end of things, and, well, we're not that far from an oversold territory, which could give us a sign of relief in selling pressure and maybe indicate an incoming uptrend. We can only hope. We can only hope. Now, this is what we just have going on with Ethereum. And again, we're still looking at this range that's really 2,100 and around 3,900, which is your golden zone pre-all-time high. And again, we're really not that far away, my friends. This is a great range to be in and still very bullish, in my opinion. Still very bullish. I'm always bullish. I don't care. Guys, we have Litecoin that's $62.84, down 0.2%. Again, barely holding on to the $63 at the moment. Again, your bearish scenario is 43. Bullish, again, is $75. Momentum slipping. VWAP is making a nice little move to the upside, though. Hopefully it stretches and it goes. It runs. It just runs, Forrest, runs. And we have the RSI that is in the trenches. So we shall see if this is a relief of selling pressure or if this just is indicative of maybe a little bit more downside in the massacre of October. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Now, we're going to keep on going, my friends, because we do have news. And this was breaking news that was all over the place right now with the chilies, because he knows this is going to be a spicy topic. Guys, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Bank of America completely kaplued. Why? Where? What happened? What happened? Well, Bank of America users were reporting that their balance showed $0. And this, they say, is a widespread outage, which, oh gosh, we've seen this quite often, especially if you guys remember with Zelle. Zelle was a mess and people were not getting their money and it was just not showing up. They were not getting paid. That was an issue. And it was a financial failure. Hello, financial failure. A member for how long now? 14 months. Holy darn. Thank you for continuing to update us with crypto news. Well, thank you for supporting me, FF. I appreciate you. They run on Solana. It seems quite so. Now, guys, people were experiencing, again, zero balance in their bank accounts. Imagine you are going to buy food for your family, saying, we're going to make a nice chicken parm tonight. And then you go, you get your chicken, you get your breadcrumbs, you get the eggs, you get the sauce, you get the cheese, and then you go to check out, and you have your little Bank of America card, bing-a-doo-doo. And all of a sudden, they say, oh, you can't get your money. And it says that you have no balance, so then you get declined. What happens then? What happens then? Now, again, Bank of America, social media, customers were saying they couldn't view their account balances, and those that could view that said they were met with an alarming $0. For many, a connection error message popped up while trying to log into the banking app. Message said it was unable to complete your request and asked the user to try again later. By 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time, nearly 20,000 customers said they were having trouble, according to Down Detector, which reports web outages. The number dropped before rising again around 2:45. It is unclear what caused the outage, and in a statement, a spokesperson for Bank of America said some clients are experiencing an issue accessing their accounts and balance information today. These issues are being addressed and have largely been resolved. We apologize for any inconvenience, and customers who experienced the outage flocked to social media like X and Reddit. And Bank of America also experienced an outage over the summer when CrowdStrike, the global cyber security company, faced a massive crash due to a flawed update. It goes to show that, again, the banking system, the infrastructure is not good. Technically, and, the financial side, it's not coherent. Now, we're using old energy, old money, old technology. This is why we need to step it up with crypto, bring it to that mainstream adoption, educate people on how this is a network. Bitcoin is a network. Litecoin is a great example of a network that has never had issues and will never go down. And has never in the past, Litecoin specifically. This is something that we, again, need to educate people on. Being your own bank, being in control of your money, knowing that if I have an outage with my bank, that way I have money that still belongs to me and I can still transact with anyone, anywhere in the world with no censorship and no intermediaries to tell me yes or no. It's becoming dangerous to have your money in the bank, especially when, again, one day you will open your bank account, it will say zero, and you will not be able to buy anything. And when the banks actually default, when the banks are actually failing, like we saw 5 bank failures in 2023, people have short memories. We already had a bank failure this year and many more that they did not cover in the media, which again, lack of transparency. This is why crypto, this is why blockchain, there should be proof of reserves for every single bank. So that way, if I go to my local bank and they say, oh, there's only X amount of dollars here, if people knew that there were only a certain amount of dollars in each of the banks and how much money they really had there, would people be using the banks? Would people be using the banks? No. People will rather, and at this point especially, many people have their money under their mattress, or they have crypto, because if you have money under your mattress, you pose a physical threat to yourself, where if somebody comes at you and they come into your home, well, there's going to be a little bit of an issue, a little bit of a kerfuffle, as they want to take your cash and run away with it. When it comes down to crypto, no one can take that from you unless you give them your private keys, which if you're storing it safely, then they can't touch, they cannot get, and your funds will be safe. That's important. Being your own bank and doing it the right way. Please, my friends, please be careful. Do not give up. Educate people on the movement so that way we are able to have a safe and prosperous life. They want to take away our money. They want to take away everything. And if the banks shut down and if they shut off your cards, who will you run to? You're just a number to them. They will never, ever give you that support. And we know that people that need support don't get it, especially from our admin and the banks. And don't forget about February 2021, when the whole interbanking system went down for hours, where trillions of dollars could not be moved. And they still don't know why that happened. It's like, a flip of a switch just occurred and the whole interbanking system went down. It's very easy. It's very easy, especially with CrowdStrike, where your social security numbers got leaked.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
I know you want that XRP. Cheaper today.
Well, thank you, Andy S. Well, thank you. Buying the dip. One day, these credit cards will not work. Your bank will not work. And we've already seen when they want to shut down the bank branches for whatever reason. We saw it in 2021, and people went to go get money. They were waiting outside to get to the ATM. And the ATMs only have so much cash, and they will set limits on how much cash you can get. You need money that's yours. You need money that you're in control of. And that's why we're in crypto. Be your own bank and have money that you can send to anyone, anywhere in the world with no people holding you back. Seeing $0 in your bank account is very scary, especially, again, if the bank fails and the FDIC will not cover you. Janet Yellen even says it. There has to be a near unanimous decision by her and her cronies, plus a presidential signature to give you money. And if you don't pose an economic threat, then your bank is gone. Yeah. And on top of that, the banks don't follow any rules. I mean, you could look at how much money Bank of America has been fined. Let's look that up. Bank of America fines. So in July, you remember we were talking about it. Bank of America was ordered to pay over $200 million for illegally charging junk fees, withholding credit rewards, and opening fake accounts. We went over that. We went over that, guys. Bank of America, man. They were opening credit card accounts without your permission. Imagine, they're using your identity. They're using your credentials. This is why this is why we need a decentralized digital identity so no one could take our information, no one could use our data and pretend to be us. Ugh. And that's not even all the fines. Bank of America paid $11 billion as part of a $25 billion agreement with the 5 largest mortgage services, right? In November 2023, the U.S. regulator fined Bank of America $24 million for treasury spoofing. It never ends. And again, where does that lead you to? The banks, the gov, that they just let people do what they want if they're part of the financial system that benefits them. Crypto doesn't exactly benefit them right now because it's decentralized. It evens the playing field for everybody involved. It's inclusive. This system, the trad system, is exclusive. And we've seen that very much so with crypto companies being excluded from banking services. The banks are going to run to crypto one day. They're going to custody crypto. BNY Mellon already got the pass for SAB 121, where, according to that rule, financial institutions, regulated financial institutions, can't custody crypto. Well, BNY Mellon got the little pass. Now, who else is going to get the pass? And when are banks going to start buying crypto to hold on their balance sheets for them? Because they're over-leveraged. New York real estate is going to blow up, and it's not going to be good. And a lot of banks are based off of New York real estate. Watch. Watch. Fix the money, fix the world, and get things back on track. And there are companies that are going to fight that macroeconomic insanity. And that includes MicroStrategy that holds well over 200,000 Bitcoin. And now Metaplanet, who is a Japanese company playing by that playbook from MicroStrategy, and they're selling Bitcoin options to boost their coin stash. These people from Metaplanet are darn smart because they know they're based in Japan and the yen is imploding. People in the United States know that fiat is designed to fail. And Michael Saylor, it was a little bit heavy when he said it, but he said that people that are storing their value in fiat currencies, they're called poor. He literally said that, and I thought that was a little extreme. But at the same time, it's comedic and it's funny at the same time. Because when you're storing your value in cash, you're just trusting somebody else. With Bitcoin, there's only going to be 21 million. And how many millions of Bitcoin are actually lost due to just discrepancies, losing private keys, old miners mining hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, plop right in the garbage. They didn't even think it was worth anything at the time. There's less than 21 million. Tokyo-listed Bitcoin holder Metaplanet Inc. is now using Bitcoin options to boost its coin stash, diverging from its peer, the U.S.-listed MicroStrategy's debt-fueled accumulation strategy. On Tuesday, they announced the sale of 223 contracts of Bitcoin, put options at the $62,000 strike with a maturity date of December 27th. The transaction involved Singapore-based QCP Capital as the counterparty and generated a premium of 23.972 Bitcoin, around $1.44 million. Well, Metaplanet posted $13.826 million as margin collateral, with each contract offering 0.1075 Bitcoin premium, which they received up front. The transaction resulted in a nominal yield of 10.75% and an annualized yield of 45%. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, Metaplanet's going to use the premium received by selling put options to purchase more Bitcoin, and their total holdings are now at 530 Bitcoin, which is around $32 million US. Companies, they are working their tushies off because they know that if they buy Bitcoin and they have Bitcoin on their balance sheet, it's going to do them a lot of justice in the next 5 to 10 years. I agree, Ronell. Ronell, you're preaching to the choir about that one. Preaching to the choir. So that's the latest on Metaplanet and other companies. If you are an individual, if you're a business, if you're a state, if you're a city, if you're a darn country like El Salvador, you want to mine Bitcoin. You want to buy Bitcoin. Salvador buys it every day. The little country Bhutan that cares about their people more than politics. Oh, they're mining a lot of Bitcoin. A lot of Bitcoin. And when they know they do that, they're just going to win. They're going to win so hard in the future, man. So hard. Guys, please, if you're bullish on Bitcoin, then give me a rocket emoji. Give me a rocket emoji. Oh my gosh, you guys are really talking about the dress in the chat today. Do you guys like this one? I feel like it's really popping with color. I like this one. It has like a lot of color, though it does not have pockets. And I know that's the next question. It doesn't have pockets. But if you guys are bullish on the dress, put a 1 in a yes emoji or 2 in a no emoji. Let me know. Are you bullish on the dress? Are you bullish on the dress? Let me know. I love the colors on this one. I think it's very much poppin'. And I want it to be poppin' today. I really want it to like really go off today and be like bright and fluffy. You know what I mean? I like to be bright and fluffy. Keeping on the track, bullish for the dress. Thank you, guys. Thank you. No pockets, throw it away. Afro anime, I'm bullish on you too, my friend. Before we get to the XRP news, because I know a lot of you guys want to talk about XRP, I'm going to get to it in just a moment. John Foster's in the chat. Hi, John. Say hello to my little Miss Tween in the chat, my little Miss Tween. Hope she's okay, my little Emma. Guys, Franklin Templeton, we have a lot of Aptos news. If you guys are bullish on Aptos and you're an Aptos fan, then this is quite interesting. And you're going to listen up. Well, we have Franklin Templeton that's adding Aptos to its support tokenized money market fund. So again, institutions getting involved in blockchain and crypto. And of course, these guys that run the, you could say foundations, or even some of them that are centralized, they're gonna want to get involved and get their name out there and maybe make a few bucks. Aptos, the layer 1 blockchain inspired by the discontinued Libra blockchain developed by Meta, has become the latest network where investors can trade shares of Franklin Templeton's on-chain U.S. government money market fund, FOB XX. The fund, which is the second largest tokenized fund with a $435 million market cap, is already available on ETH via Arbitrum, Stellar, and Polygon, as well as Avalanche. Franklin's latest addition due to Aptos' unique characteristics, which also meet the asset manager's rigorous suitability standards for its Benji platform, the first blockchain integrated record-keeping system, said Roger Baston, the head of digital assets at Franklin Templeton. One Benji token represents 1 share of the fund. They say that Aptos is fairly young considering it was launched back in 2022. And in April, the firm started partnering with Microsoft and Breven Howard, as well as South Korean telecommunications operator SK Telecom, to help institutions make it easier to experiment in decentralized finance. The head of Granton Ecosystem at Aptos said Franklin Templeton's willingness to innovate in the name of a truly decentralized and accessible financial future is inspiring. They say that they're pointing in the right direction. And you know what? If there is going to be institutions, well, they should use decentralized blockchains. They should be able to have a real way for people to just get online and start investing or get a share of their funds. Especially, they're smart. They got Aptos, they got Polygon, they got Stellar, they have Ethereum via Arbitrum. What? This is what we need to hear. This is what we need to do. And I very much wonder what the SEC
hucksters
would say about something like this. The institution's getting to launch funds on blockchains that people could take part in. Well, is there any regulatory clarity as to how they can do that or why they can do that? No. But they're going to come after Coinbase. They're going to come after all these innocent people for just running businesses. They aren't even doing anything close to this. I think it's very unique, very interesting. Again, the institutions, bless their hearts, coming into this space. This is a decentralized financial ecosystem. Who are we to give permission? At the same time, I would like to know what the regulators think about this sort of thing. Aptos is not stopping there because Aptos Labs is entering Japan through HashPallet acquisition. What is that? What is this? Well, it seems like the Japanese market's getting pretty spicy with that crypto action. Aptos Labs, the developer of Aptos Network, signed an agreement to acquire Japanese NFT service provider HashPallet to expand its presence in Asia. On October 3rd, they announced its decision to migrate to a wholly owned subsidiary of Aptos Labs following an agreement with its previous owner, Hashport. The Pallet Chain blockchain and existing HashPallet apps will be migrated to the Aptos network as part of the acquisition. Aptos Labs is the innovation arm of the foundation, which is dedicated to innovation and development for retailers. The company plans to use the HashPallet's partnerships and relationships with Japanese businesses as a gateway to some of Japan's most influential companies. And it aims to support local Web3 participants, including devs, NFT creators, and enterprises. The CEO and founder of Aptos Labs said the agreement to acquire HashPallet and the migration of Hashport's Pallet Chain into Aptos are critical first steps toward empowering Japanese enterprises and developers with cutting-edge blockchain technology. And there we go. So on top of the Franklin Templeton Fund, Aptos is getting pretty spicy in Japan with acquiring certain companies. And you know what? That is so smart. You got to give them credit. It is very smart. Now, we're going to look at the Aptos price action right now, if you guys give me a moment to find this chart here, because Aptos has some good price action going on right now. Aptos is currently up 10.55%. Give me a moment. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. So, Aptos. $8.61, up 10.61%. Now, we're breaking through, and again, you see these wicks here in the selling pressure, along with the 200-day SMA just colliding right now. Well, you're going to look at squashing that 200-day SMA that's lying at $8.46. Like I said, we're at $8.61, which is a critical level. You want to close above that 200-day SMA, and again, in my opinion, at least for a week. And you're going to have a bullish scenario of $10.76. Bearish scenario, if you reject this 200-day SMA, lose support, or kind of lack the zest to get through the selling pressure, $4.81 is a bearish case scenario to have. Although, again, we have this nice green dot printed, pulling up the momentum, green money flow coming through, you have the VWAP, and then you have the RSI that's almost overbought. You got to be cautious, though. Got to be cautious because this is a news type of pump. And so when things like this happen, you have to be a little careful that it doesn't retrace on you and then you get lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce. All right. Guys, please, my friends, do me a favor because YouTube's trying to take us out right now.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video? Bing bong. Oh, baby.
Oh boy. All right, let's keep moving. Again, if you guys have chart requests, and you're going to let me know towards the end of the show. Oh, guys, we already hit our goal for subscribers, too.
So pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Let's go, guys. Keep smashing these likes. Subscribe to the channel. Share it out with friends. We're going to get there. We're going to hit 20,000 subscribers one day. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Please make sure you're smashing the likes. Don't let YouTube take us out, friends. Don't let YouTube take us out. XRP news, XRP news, XRP, 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 PP, 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 PP. Now, let's see what's going on. And Bullish Bradley said, no kidding, didn't get the notification this morning for the show. This happens so much, and I don't know. I'm not even going to get into it. But it's very bothersome. It's very bothersome. But I'm not gonna do anything to risk the channel or whatever. But yeah, I love this channel. I'm trying to stay in the YouTube lines, and hopefully they let us have real numbers one day, because we know that these numbers are not it. But guys, we have the SEC that noticed that maybe they wanted to start more trouble. Right? Isn't that right, Gary Gensler?
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Guys, the SEC filed a notice of appeal in the case with Ripple. Now, in the ruling that came out recently, Ripple was fined, I think it was $125 million compared to the $2 billion that the SEC wanted. Secondly, it was in the final decision that the programmatic sales, the institutional sales of XRP were securities. However, the programmatic sales of XRP, meaning the sale on exchanges, is not a security. Obviously, Gary was not happy with this, though this should have never been a lawsuit in the first place. And they even said they do not have a real definition for what a crypto asset security is, and that they regret saying it. So in what world, Gary, are you going to come after XRP and Ripple yet again? Yet again. They found that there was no fraudulent activity, that they said that they cannot commit any securities violations in the future. Why don't we move on? It's because this admin is absolutely crazy. They're absolutely delusional. And at this time, they should try to stay politically correct, because we have a marathon ending in about a month. But no, this admin's like, oh, I don't care. We're just going to come after you anyway. What's the point? Wasting taxpayer dollars. And creating theater, as if all the things in the news wasn't a distraction enough. They want to take all these nerds in crypto by storm and try to wreck their bags and wreck the whole space. They've tried, over the past 4 years, Gary has tried to absolutely decimate the space. And why isn't he held accountable? Especially because the SEC got hacked, especially because there were fake Bitcoin ETF announcements. Come on, man, this whole thing has been a complete debauchery. It's blasphemous. Blasphemous. The SEC announced it would appeal a federal judge's ruling in its case against Ripple on Wednesday. The federal regulator filed a notice of appeal, to the Second Circuit of Court of Appeals, just under 2 months after the judge imposed their final judgment in the 4-year-old case. 4 years. This entire time, this admin has been in control, is how long this case has been going on. Why? Why? Thank you, Paul. Thank you for subscribing. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. This makes no sense, because in July, they said, again, the institutional sales were securities. However, retail was not. Nothing even makes sense here. Again, crypto asset security is a term that Gary made up, and he said he regrets it. This entire SEC commission is not okay. It is not okay, especially when Hester Peirce is sitting right next to Gary in a hearing and says that she doesn't even know why any of this is happening. Why isn't there more control over Gary? Why isn't there, or maybe there is too much control over Gary. Maybe that's the problem. Because when I posted him, he said he had to stay in between his chalk lines. What in the world does that mean? What in the world does this mean? They asked Gary, oh, do you want a sovereign Bitcoin fund? He said he couldn't give an opinion. He has to stay in his chalk lines. That's political theater. As someone has said in the chat, that's theater. This is a definition of theater because he has to follow a script. And why is an American leader that's a public servant not allowed to talk to the public in the way they want to talk to the public? How much crypto does Gary own? How much crypto does the gov own? And they probably knew about this enforcement action and the appeal before it happened. Just like, oh, all these other people we know who we're talking about that talks like this. Oh my gosh, I like to trade and not tell anybody what I'm doing. We know who I'm talking about. We know who I'm talking about. She knows before she sells what's going to happen to the company, and that's why she sells or when she buys. That is nasty. So instead of coming after Ripple again, which is showing complete and utter incompetence, why don't we focus on the people that are running the traditional financial system? Stewart, who is the chief legal officer at Ripple, put out this statement. And again, y'all know that XRP has its flaws. Yes, but also should it have this scrutiny? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a complete scam of a case and a way to distract people. Theater. Stewart says, let me calm down for a freaking second. Stewart says, the SEC's decision to appeal is disappointing but not surprising. Just prolongs what's already a complete embarrassment for the agency. Word. The court already rejected the SEC's suggestion that Ripple acted recklessly, and there were no allegations of fraud, and of course, there were no victims or losses. 2. Instead of faithfully applying the law, this agency under this chair continues to engage in litigation warfare against the industry. We're evaluating whether to file a cross appeal. Either way, the SEC's lawsuit has been irrational and misguided from the start, and we're ready to prove that yet again in the appellate court, once again taking the lead for the industry. And you know what? Facts, because Ripple is putting out all their money. And you know why? Because the SEC knows they can afford to fight the legal battle. In other cases, they may not come after people, or they do, just to take away all the money they own. They know that Ripple's got a little bit of a fat bag. And then he said, coincidence that the SEC's enforcement director announced his resignation about an hour before this, which even makes the tea even more hot. Piping, in fact, shout out to Piper Academy celebrating their 1-year anniversary today. It's piping hot. Especially where, yes, we do have the enforcement officer that left the agency. But it was also not a surprise, and it was also so coincidental that within 24 to 48 hours of Bitwise filing for the first XRP ETF, this case gets appealed. Isn't that a little bit funky? Isn't that a little bit sus? Oh, I would say it's highly sus. That Bitwise, all right, let's do an XRP ETF. SEC's like, hold up, buddy boy. We're going to come after Ripple again. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense, Gary. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathin'. Brad Garlinghouse is, of course, he's lit right now. He's lit. He said if Gensler and the SEC were rational, they would have moved on from this case long ago. It certainly hasn't protected investors and instead has damaged the credibility and the reputation of the SEC.
Hucksters.
Somehow, they still haven't gotten the message. They lost on everything that matters. Ripple, the crypto industry, and the rule of law have already prevailed. While we fight in court for as long as we need, let's be clear. XRP's status as a non-security is the law of the land today. And that does not change even in the face of this misguided and infuriating appeal. Remember when the SEC tried unsuccessfully to file an interlocutory appeal, and they made clear they had no intention of challenging XRP's status as a non-security. Brad, even making a little point here. He said, it certainly feels like there's something more behind this than what is readily apparent. The truth and the corruption always comes to light eventually. You know what, Brad G? I'm going to give you that. Brad G laying down the law. And it does show some corruption. And it also, again, is theater because we already know XRP works with a lot of banks. They're connected with the WEF. So XRP is safe, in my opinion, from the world attacking it. But it doesn't stop the theater. And again, they know there's money that could be moved around and Ripple can afford it. And that's it. So that's what they want. They wanted $2 billion to put in Gary's pocket. And I would really love to know, when the SEC gets paid, where does the money go? And we don't know because it's not transparent. Nothing is transparent, especially Gary. That people want some documentation. They want communications records from Gary Gensler and understand why he comes after things the way he does. We never get an answer. Instead, again, this is almost market manipulation to an extent. Again, I'm not a lawyer, don't know what the extent of that is. However, it does make people upset that he's coming after people when there is no legal basis to do so. Crypto as a security is not a real thing. It was made up. XRP suffering from this right now. And was that the intention? 52 cents right now, down 3.3%, rejecting now the 200-day SMA that lies at 54.5 cents. And your bear scenario now is back again at 48 cents. We were just here, man. We were just here. Sad.
Bruh.
VWAP is down, money flow is flat, and the momentum is taking a hit of a lifetime. And the RSI went from basically overbought, to almost oversold. Almost oversold. Is XRP still within range? Yeah, the range is pretty much 48 cents to 64 cents. That's pretty much the range, period. But it's not cool. It's not cool, Gary, because he knows what the consequences are for coming after a company or coming after Ripple like this and how it could affect price action. Why don't we have a whole little meeting with Gary so we could sit down with the man and say, hey, sir, what is a crypto asset security? How is Ripple a security? Have him explain that. Why doesn't he even give a testimony? Why doesn't he give a testimony? Give us the real tea, Gary. Tell us what you really think. Because you told us quite well when you were teaching at MIT. You told us quite well at that Bloomberg conference how 3/4 of the crypto market are commodities, cash crypto. It shouldn't even touch the financial system. Shouldn't even touch the legal system because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. How much does Gary Gensler get paid? How much does he get paid? Put it in the chat. How much money do you think Gary Gensler gets paid? Let me know. Let me know. How much does he get paid? Because this is embarrassing. Give me those fire emojis and those Gary emojis. It's embarrassing. And you know what? They are also doing this because people think it's October and they don't want the markets to go up. They don't want crypto to do well. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I would love to sit down with Gary, have him actually answer questions, and if he doesn't answer questions that day, he gets fired. And that should be how it is. You can't let somebody just sit there and do nothing and say that how is an NFT a security? If you're buying an NFT for a TV show, how does that differ from buying a Yankee ticket? He was asked. Well, I haven't been to New York in a very long time. My daughters are born in New York. Freaking Gary, like that's not what we asked you, homie. That's not what we asked you. Answer the question. Answer the darn question. And it never happens. Theater. Curtains open, lights go on. Gary's, I can't say he has the widest smile, but he's there. And he is smiling and he's laughing at you. He laughs at us. He thinks we're all fools. We're not. We are not fools. We know what it is. We know how it is. And we know what the truth of the matter is that he's scared. He is shivering in his little boots. Why? Because Tom Emmer asked him last year, I believe it was, and said, Gary, sir, why is there Operation Choke Point? Is it because people are withdrawing millions of dollars from the bank every single day and putting it in crypto? My man was shook. He's a Goldman Sachs guy. He's a banker boy that loves crypto at the same time. The way he talks about crypto, you know he's got a trap account. You know he's on Uniswap. You know he's watching all these videos by everybody in the space. He knows what he's doing. Gary's a smart boy. He's a smart man. He knows what he's doing. He understands this technology quite well. Down to every part of Satoshi's white paper he was teaching about. He knows what he's talking about. He loved Algorand out of all things. And then he puts Algorand in a securities lawsuit. Gary's playing us, guys. He's playing us. And Ripple, the XRP case, is a perfect example of that. Again, 24 to 48 hours from when the XRP ETF was filed. Now we have an appeal on the case. That's not sus. And then the enforcement director steps down an hour before this comes out. And his last day isn't for about another week. The SEC enforcement director, Gerbir Gruel, is set to leave the commission. Well, he's stepping down and departing according to a press release. His last day is going to be next week on the 11th. Well, Sanjay, the Gruel's deputy director of enforcement, will step in as an acting director of the SEC's enforcement division after his departure. Sam Walden, who's currently chief counsel for the enforcement division, will be named acting deputy director. He says, freaking Gary Gensler says in a statement, "We have been incredibly fortunate that such an accomplished public servant has come to the SEC to lead the division of enforcement for the last 3 years. Every day, he has thought about how to best protect investors and help ensure market participants comply with our time-tested securities laws. He has led a division that has acted without fear or favor, following the facts and the law wherever they may lead." Okay, without fear or favor. Gary Gensler seems very scared when he does an interview and when he's at these things and he laughs on us. Oh, haha, nervous laugh. And then fear or favor. Let's talk about the favor. Because I remember, I'm old enough, I don't know if y'all are, I'm old enough to remember when SPF was the next Steve Jobs. And who was he best friends with? Gary. Oh, who did Gary love too? Him and Caroline's parents. And they had all these backdoor meetings, best buds, shakety hand, all for the plan of a federal bit license. And then all of a sudden, oh no, SPF went to jail. SPF went to jail. He held this kid's hand. He let it happen. The only reason FTX was able to get that far is because of Gary. And if it weren't for whistleblowers, and if it weren't for people on X, then we would have had a federal bit license, and it would have been because of SPF. And you know what? It's not even SPF. It's the people that are telling him what to do. Because you know he couldn't do this all alone. That's impossible. Caroline Ellison, with her lack of using her little degree that she has, come on, bro. Let's get real. We know what the deal is. We know what the deal is. And it's fake. It's theater. It is wrong. Backdoor meetings. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Actually, get out of here. See ya. And who, oh gosh, don't even get me into the donations, the campaign donations that nobody talks about. How SBF is the second largest donor to our current leader. Huh? Isn't that weird? Did Gary Gensler get a bag? No one talks about SBF's parents. No one talks about his brother that was doing all these weird charity things, and nobody asked where that money went. SBF's dad was in charge of all of these campaigns and all these donations and all the charities that they worked with. There were no charities that they worked with. It was all a scam. The biggest scam in history, and his parents get to sit home and let him play League of Legends in jail, even if he's in jail. I've never seen a picture of him in jail. And apparently he's with the diddler. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous, and they share a lawyer. It's theater. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted. Keep your head on straight. Keep calm. Hodl on. Own your Bitcoin. Use a beautiful exchange like Gemini. Put it in your beautiful open source wallets like Cake, and be in control. That is when you're in control. And when you change the money, you change the world, and you fix it. We can fix it. If we opt out of a system that's full of control, tyranny, and lies, and deception, we will enter a system that is transparent, that is free, that is censorship resistant, in which you actually own something, and you are empowered, and you actually have your 3 inalienable human rights, which is life, liberty, and property, that are accentuated, that are shown off like a girl on the runway. Not hidden and stuck in a closet in the corner. No. That's not what we're doing. We're out of that. We are not sitting in the corner. We are standing up. We're putting on our big girl dress, and we're walking that runway as we should. As we should. Take control. Stop it. Stop the madness. Stop the madness. We need answers, my friends. We need answers. Because Coinbase is still again, and I believe the Coinbase thing is theater as well, pushing the CFTC for documents that defend against the SEC. And people are like, oh, you know, Gary Gensler's coming after 13 tokens. What are these 13 tokens, you ask? Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Filecoin, Axie Infinity, Sandbox, Chiliz, Flow, ICP, Near Protocol, Dash, Nexo. I believe Polygon was, Polygon as well. Guys, if the term crypto asset security was made up, how are these securities? Prove it. Prove it. It hasn't been done yet. Where's the transparency? Where are the answers? How do they come up with these things? It's unjust and completely and utterly unconstitutional. There are no checks and balances here. Coinbase has petitioned the federal court to force the CFTC to hand over any communication it had with several crypto token issuers to help it defend against the SEC. In an October 1st motion to compel, the crypto exchange wants the CFTC's communications with the issuers of 12 cryptocurrencies that the SEC alleged are unregistered securities. It also asked for documents on the scope of the two regulators' respective regulatory authorities over digital assets, including market uncertainty on the subject. Coinbase claimed that the information is critical to Coinbase's ability to defend itself against the allegations of the SEC. They disclosed that it subpoenaed the CFTC for information in July, its second attempt after a wider-ranging subpoena a month earlier. They claim that the SEC or the CFTC has stonewalled the request and hasn't even conducted a single search, despite the SEC being ordered by a New York federal judge to produce the same category of relevant information. They wanted Gary Gensler's emails. They wanted his text. They wanted his communications information to determine who he works with, why he works with them, and why he thinks the way he thinks, along with the commission. People think that the CFTC is going to save us. Restructure the SEC, instead of securities, which they're not, move over to the CFTC, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. The CFTC will not save you. The SEC will not save you. These agencies are not here to protect you. And if the government ever says they are here to protect you, you run for your life. And that's exactly what people in crypto have done. As so many businesses have gone offshore because of the lack of clarity, because of the destruction that this admin has done to this industry. And it is so sad that they are doing this. If they just embraced crypto, we would be the #1 economy in the world. Undisputed. People would be flying into America at a rapid pace and saying, I want to work here. I want my business here. Yet this admin just wants to push them away. Why? Because it's run by old people that want to be in control of their pockets. The pockets is all these people care about. If government spending is on blockchain, we would be able to see where the money goes. Our own gov loses billions of dollars every year, but if I spend $600 on Venmo, then I get a 1099 from the IRS in the mail. That's not okay. These people, if you bring them crypto, who's to say crypto's a security? Obviously, that was made up. Who's to say it's a commodity? That is a box that crypto can't be put in. Bitcoin is not just a commodity. It's everything. It's a piece of technology that enables money transfers. And what is money? Value, information. Satoshi, in the Genesis block of Bitcoin, showed you that quite clearly. The headline from the Financial Times chance of the second bailout for banks with the chancellor, that's what they talked about. That's what Satoshi wrote in the Genesis block. And we're able to see that because the ledger is transparent. Every single transaction that has ever transpired with Bitcoin is out there for every single person to see. They don't want that. They don't want transparency because then they get exposed. They get tied up, and we will know the truth. We will know the truth. When they send billions of dollars to other countries, where do they spend that? That's what we should know. Does it go in somebody's pocket or does it go to the people in need? Well, speaking of people in need, there are people affected by Hurricane Helene that are only getting $750. And they don't have any money left. What kind of blasphemous, crazy is that? Where's the support for our own people? Where's the money? Where did all the money go? And why isn't it going to our people? Oh, you could just print more money, hit the printer, and get these people out of North Carolina that are stranded there. You know, I saw a video of a drone carrying baby food over a mountain to get to somebody. There are babies out there that are hungry. There are people out there that are hungry. There are elderly people that cannot go anywhere because they physically cannot. And even if they could, where are they going? Because they can't move too far. Because their towns are underwater and full of sand. There is nothing for our citizens. Where is the money going? Where's the money going? Why isn't it going to these poor people? Imagine you were stuck out there in the mountains of North Carolina, seeing God knows what, and the government's not coming to help you when they're helping everybody else? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. We need transparency. Why do these enforcement actions happen? And where does the money frickin' go? It is so sad. It is so sad, guys. And you know what? This is why we're in Bitcoin. This is why we're in crypto. Because you know what? So many grassroots things have been happening in this space to help people. $750 per victim? No, that is nasty. What are you doing with $750 when your whole life is gone? And if that $750 gets dispersed, how can we prove it happened? How can we prove it happened? I want to know. I want to know. And then what happens to the people that own land that got destroyed in North Carolina? When they finally clean it up, how can they afford their land? Oh, they're going to have to sell it. Who do they sell it to? Corporations. So then this becomes even more of a corporate America, where they're taking away, again, your basic human rights, which is life, liberty, property. They want your property. They want your life. They want your liberty. They want you to be under their little thumb so they could just crush you like a pimple. We're not letting that happen. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because in crypto, we've proven that when people are in need, and I remember when the whole UKRAINE thing broke out, people were donating straight to people that were getting in trouble and getting hurt. And that way you knew that your money was directly going somewhere. That is horrible, guys. This is horrible. Yeah, yep. And Dave Digital said it correctly. In New York City, dude, these people that, again, I can't even go too deep into it. I can't. I'm just going to lose my freaking mind. But there are people that do not belong and not, okay? And they're getting a lot of money and prime housing and luxury hotels. And there are people that are struggling to eat. And don't worry, because if certain admins take over, then you'll have taxes on profits you didn't even take. As you already got taxed on the money you took to invest. Where does the money go? And if they could just print more money, why are we paying taxes? It's just insane. It's insane. Obviously, do what you need to do and don't get yourself in trouble. Talk to a professional. But this is just horrible. And I feel for the people in North Carolina. I feel for the people affected by this stuff. And especially there are veterans that are on the street that are not given the health care, are not given the safety, and are not given the treatment that they should for putting their lives on the line for this country. Sorry, I lost it for a little bit. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's already an hour. Sorry, I lost it. Sorry, friends. Yeah, and of course, Tennessee too. Of course, Tennessee too. Yes, Casper, absolutely. Everybody affected by this. Everyone. Peace, love, happiness. Peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, happiness. Thank you, Saul. Thank you. Don't be sorry. That was awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. I just try my best. I will defend people until the day I die. I will defend people. I do not care. I fight for America. I fight for people. And again, life, liberty, and property is an inalienable natural human right that applies to every single human on this earth. And even if they send some to Mars with Elon, it applies to them too. Everyone deserves freedom. Everybody. But you know what? Fiat keeps you trapped. The existing system keeps you trapped. And we're gonna free ourselves like little birdies. Like Elon freed the Twitter bird, let it out of its cage, and it became X. A little phoenix rising from the ashes. Word. I care so much. I care so much about people. I care so much about this earth. I care so much about freedom, and I will never give it up. I will never give it up. And I don't care how much certain platforms hold me back. I will keep fighting. I will keep fighting. I've been here for almost 5 years, guys. Almost 5 years. It's been at least 4.5 years I've been doing this. And I'm not going anywhere. My goal from then is the same now, which is to spread crypto adoption to the masses and onboard everybody. That is my goal. It will never, ever change. And I hope you guys know that. And I hope you guys know that. It will never change. And I love what I do. Every single day I wake up, I get dressed, I get ready, I have my articles, and I am ready to report the news because it is what people need to know about. It is what people need to hear, and people need to get together like we are right now. This is a movement. Right here, this is a peaceful protest. This is a peaceful protest. And we will continue to ride this. We will continue to keep going. We will never stop. And if you agree with this, put, let's see, what emoji? Put an Emma emoji. Do you agree with this? Or put 100 emoji, because that just went in the chat. Do you agree with this? Rachel, thank you for the little hearts. Mwah. Thank you. I would just like to know, do you guys agree with this? Are you going to keep fighting? Are we going to be a part of the most peaceful protest in history? TikTok, no. Okay. Oh. Are you kidding me? TikTok? Okay. Are you guys going to be a part of this movement with me? Are we all doing this together? Yes or no? Put this 100 emoji in the chat. Are we all doing this together? Yes, we are. And also, shout out to my Pipers. Sorry, I was freaking going off before. Shout out to the Piper Academy, my OC, my Trade Fly. Oh my gosh, my Army Piper. Frat Mama's here for you. So much love for you guys. Congrats on your 1-year anniversary. So much love to them. So much love to them. I love this space. I love this life I've been given. And I will fight for you guys. Every single day of the week. Every single day of the week. It does not matter. We cannot give up. We will not give up. That's not even an option. It's not even an option. You want to give up? No, we will not let you. We will not let you. You cannot give up. No one here will give up. It's not an option. Because you know what? Your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will thank you for doing this. Yes, Michael Cartwright. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You being here, you owning crypto, is already part of the peaceful protest. Subscribing to channels, not just like mine, not just mine, other crypto channels, that's a way to protest. That's a way to say, hey man, I believe. Don't give up, my friends. That's my message today. Don't give up. Leroy says, I need this advocation. I'm here for you. And you know what? All of you guys are advocates for yourselves. You're advocates for the entire world when you own crypto. And again, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you to sell. I don't care because it's your money. But if you have something, where you're taking a stance, which is owning crypto and putting it in your wallet and saying, I believe in myself. I believe in my ability to be my own bank and take on the responsibility that, as a matter of fact, they don't think you can do. No. Don't let people put you down. Don't let people put you in the corner. Stand up. That's why Bob Marley's so awesome. Get up, stand up for your rights. Duh. Stand up for your rights. This is what life is all about. It's you being what you're able to do and who you want to be. And that's it. And that's it. So listen, guys. My message is the same. Spread crypto adoption. Support other crypto channels. I will always rep other crypto channels. I don't give a flying bejeez. I will rep everybody. I love all the crypto channels. Shout out to everybody that's working their tushies off every single day. Every single day. For a movement that's so important and changing the world forever. Everybody in this chat is changing the world. As much as you were like, oh, I'm just in a YouTube chat. No, you're changing the world right now. You're changing the world. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. This is a movement that everybody needs to be involved in. Everybody. For the sake of your future, for the sake of your family's future, for the sake of the world. The world is at stake right now, and we're going to save it. There's no one that can stop us. I'm sorry, but you can't. It's a decentralized technology. They can do whatever they want. They can't stop us. Michael Cartwright, your family's better than my coffee in the morning. Well, that's beautiful. That's actually very sweet. We all love our coffee here. Thank you, guys. JR Block, you're awesome. I see you out there. We are family. Absolutely we are. Absolutely we are. And listen, maybe not all of us have the same opinions on certain things. Who cares? Who cares? Because you know what? We're not going to let politics get in the way. You like this person, you like that person, we can't be friends. Oh, that is ridiculous. You know how many families and people don't talk to each other anymore because of this stuff? That is nonsense. Because when push comes to shove and things really happen, you want people in your life. You want other people in this family right here to be in your life. It doesn't matter who you like. It just matters what you're doing with your time and how you believe about how much you could do and make a difference. That's what matters. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Black Hat, for reminding me to share that I will be live today with the lizards. The lizards. So I'm going to be live with Liz Labs at 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing our wonderful spaces, and I'm so excited because Mona's back today. Mona. I freaking miss Mona so much. Mona left me for Singapore, and then she was in Japan with all the other crypto people. Everyone was like, oh, I'm in Singapore, now I'm in Japan. Everyone's getting Wagyu without inviting me. It was so sad. But Mona's back, and I'm so excited. Mona, I missed you. Guys, 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be recapping Token 2049, talking about events, the do's and don'ts, and where we need to go next. So please make sure you set your reminders. Link is in the live chat for the Lizard Lookout. Boom, 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 doom, doom, because we're Lizards Beach. That's it. Freak out. No, I love that song. Actually, the theme songs are really fire. So, so make sure you guys are there. Enjoy yourselves. I went off today. I'm sorry. I'm way past the hour. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. This chat means so much to me. This show means so much to me. Everybody here means so much to me. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this movement. And the future generations will thank you. Anthony, 2 p.m. Eastern, my friends. 2 p.m. Eastern. 4 pots brewed in less than 5 minutes, one for each of us. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you for your coffee. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a beautiful day. If you haven't yet, please smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends. People need to know. People need to hear what we just spoke about. And that way, again, we could change the world. Thank you guys so much. Again, like, subscribe, share. Have a beautiful day. And as always, stay zesty. Peace.